Welcome, strays and wanderers, to another thrilling episode of A War of Fang and Fur. I'm Cameron Holt, I'll be your Dungeon Master for the evening. I'm joined, as always, by the grieving Arcana crew.
So,
We find ourselves in the darkened interior of Fuzzwin's Froths. The corpses of the bears and their lackeys lie lifeless on the floor. A crimson stain blemishes the white tablecloth that's been placed over Azalea's body. A silence has fallen over the room as you all consider where to go from here. Having lost the figure that you plan to put atop the throne, the highest throne in the land, you're all just kind of quietly considering the next move. The silence is broken as Brass Bandalar clears his throat and speaks up. I'm sorry for this loss, truly. That being said, should we confirm the approach of King Ulrich's armies with the Fox Knight, the Knightess that we sent to?
I can do that.
Also, should we maybe take a quick breather? While we make our, I think we've got everything kind of locked down. Maybe we sit here and rest for a moment before we take the next leap.
That sounds prudent.
I
I guess I'll send this to... Who did we send up there?
Liliana and Ash.
Liliana. Can you confirm?
Also keep in mind, by the way that we use the sending spell, it is a conversation back and forth. It doesn't have to be 25 and 25. It's just a total of, it's a bank of 50 words that can be shared back and forth.
Oh, I see. Well then, let's just keep it short and sweet. I'm trying to decide how likely it would be that I slip into my other voice during this sending.
You could do it with like
Thinking.
I'm just imagining
do a
Elzor.
percentage.
that you could do that maybe,
You coming with the bears? Please respond, Elzor.
Who are you messaging?
Liliana.
Liliana? There's a brief moment where you can almost feel the confusion before a response comes. The bears are en route. I've gone on ahead to join you. Where can I find you?
Fuzzywin's Froths. Knock 5 times.
I know it. I shall be there within the hour.
Damn, girl's fast.
We'll be here. Brace for sadness.
All right. The connection severs, and you can all take a short rest. If anybody needs to use any hit die to heal up, I know Rob and Brass are going to.
can I? Nah, I'm good. I'm fine. I didn't get hurt at all. It's wonderful.
Parkle's just standing in the corner with some like little gnats flying around his head. Just chilling.
Can I go look at the swords that we, of the people that we killed that have the gemstones in them, or made of gemstones?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're so. Make an investigation check first off.
So basically, what I'm looking for is if there's like a maker's mark, or if I recognize it at all.
Maker's mark.
Probably some behind the bar.
3.
You don't see any
Drop the
maker's
sword.
mark. You get the sense that maybe it was specifically requested that one not be added. That, or whoever crafted these could have intentionally not signed the work for fear of it, coming back to them.
Does it seem worn? Like,
No, it seems brand new. There's some like light scratching from where it was pulled from its scabbard, but aside from that, it's relatively pristine, and each of them have that same Eretium globe at the hilt, like a little pommel decoration.
I'm gonna hand the amethyst one over to you.
I'm gonna hang on to the amethyst short sword.
Yeah.
We've got one long sword that I think Hugin will probably throw to Rob. Sir Rob.
Yeah. It's a longsword? Or is
Is it a
great
great sword? It might be a great
I
sword.
believe it's a great sword. He can still wield that.
One-handed greatsword.
Yeah.
And then the
Guts, the
poison-
cheetah.
And then the poison one gonna hand to Yinan.
Okay.
Oh, and also Azalea's poisoned dagger I think she had one use of it, and I believe she poisoned either. Did she have a rapier or a dagger?
I don't think the poison was.
She had both. The
applied
poison
to
was
anything
just.
The
So
bag.
there are 2 uses remaining of my regular 2d8 poison in a bag in a water skin. And then there's a different water skin that has like a big dot on it. That's the bad one.
Do you have any like other magic items or anything? I know we don't have a lot of magic items usually.
Let's see. Ooh, dead.
I never attuned. Oh, never mind. It wouldn't be with you anymore. I was gonna say the red soul stone. Yeah.
I have a dagger, a rapier, and that is it. And they're not special.
They're not special.
Well, I was gonna take the armor, like the
Oh, plate mail.
full plate.
Hell yeah.
One of those bears.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you can add plate armor. We'll
Is
say
it-
for the sake of convenience, he was roughly your size and it fits.
Perfect.
Yeah, it's not like enchanted in any way.
But it
Just
does look
standard
like a
plate.
bear.
It does look like a bear. Yeah, there's specifically a helmet that is like shaped, not form-fitting in the sense that it will only fit his head, but form-fitting in the sense that it, is very decorative. And yeah, it has like that bear snout, but there are still straps inside that you can like strap under your beak. You guys are there resting, literally licking your wounds in some cases, and using,
Most of us were fine.
It's pretty much just Rob and
Brass. Rob and Brass were both
got
looking really rough. They've like torn pieces of the tablecloth, and you see Rob's stump on his left hand reopened, and he's wrapped that up. And after a moment, there comes 5 knocks at the door.
That would be Liliana. I'll go open the door
Okay.
and then like as soon as she comes in, close it, lock it.
You open the door, and stepping in is a Finnick fox. Dame Liliana steps in quietly, kind of like pulls her hood down. You close the door and relock it behind.
Is it possible to make out what the fuck happened here?
Make a perception check.
Great.
Perception or investigation, your choice.
8 investigation.
8 investigation is high enough. You see 4 bodies of bears, well, 2 bodies of bears, as well as a rabbit and a red panda that are still just kind of like strewn about the bar in puddles. And you see a body on a table that's got a cloth covering it. And you can go ahead and make a quick insight check as well. It's so sad. It's like 20, 14.
Oh.
My life. 23.
23. Yeah, you quickly make out that everyone is present except for Queen Azalea.
What occurred here?
Well, nothing good. These people attacked us, specifically Azalea.
Right.
She was slain before we could remove her from danger.
And now? Are we just resuming as normal, or?
I mean, we've got a whole army marching towards us. We can't just throw those lives away, right? Got to stick to the plan.
I mean,
You just hear Hugin muttering, just like, kill them all.
Miss.
I don't want to speak for Azalea, but I would imagine she would want us to continue.
Lady Hugan.
It's Queen.
Queen Hugan.
Queen Hugin of Timberhaven.
A lot changed recently.
Well, with Azalea
We can talk later.
gone.
It's fine. I'd say we go fucking kill the bears and we can talk after or some shit, right?
Yes.
You got a lot
Yes.
on your mind. I don't think you're. Yeah.
Hugin speaks up as well. There's a series of tunnels beneath, from the basement of this building, that can get us to Howlheart Keep, specifically within the walls. Hugin knows the way. That was our initial plan. I think we stick with that one.
Where's your sister?
She's with the rest of the army.
You came ahead just stealthily.
Well, I'm a little quieter. Not always by much. Who all is still looking messed up?
Brass is probably the worst off right now.
I give him a cure wounds.
Nice.
Would a first level do it?
Anything helps.
Okay. I will give him.
You know that you're heading into a fight, so you can use your. I'd say be cautious with your spell usage.
Yeah. I will give it a first level cure wounds. Nice.
Did we have time while we were waiting for me to have done a gentle repose ritual?
Yeah,
Is that
for sure.
funny?
Yeah,
Okay.
you guys waited an hour. You waited an hour. You waited an hour for Dame Liliana to arrive, which is
Yeah.
ample time for you to have
15
gentle
points.
repose.
Like I didn't really need a short rest, so like I could have been doing that while they were short resting. I hope they spent some of their hit dice.
Oh yeah, they did.
Good. Good.
You said 15?
Me too. Yeah.
We'll
Do I-
start making magic stones from now until we like get in the fight?
Yeah, just stocking up.
Do I know how far out the army was?
Just a couple of hours. You were able to get here within an hour because, moving on foot alone is quicker. But you would wager probably by this time, you'd have to imagine that rebel scouts have noticed and are probably on their way to report the approaching army. They'll probably be here within 2 to 3 hours.
No time to waste then.
Yes.
All right, lead the way, my queen.
Maybe wait for. Yeah.
We could probably bring her into the mouth of the tunnel and leave her out of sight once we get into the passages, but in a place we can return to, should it come to that. Rob will scoop up Azalea's body. Still, he kind of tucks the cloth underneath and
So when
keeps her wrapped.
what part of his hand is he missing? Just the
Just from the wrist.
Yeah, from the wrist, yeah. So he still gets his... Yeah, well, he still gets his hand under
Got it. Yeah.
his arm, yeah.
Fuzzy Wind, is he accounted for?
Fuzzwin has not come out from the back room.
Oh,
I'm gonna peek
He
in.
went into the tunnel. Yeah.
Yeah,
Are
make a
you
perception
safe?
check. You peek in, you don't see anyone, you call this out.
7.
You do not see them. You call out and ask if they're all right.
Yeah. Ah, you all right?
You hear a voice disembodied that calls out, and it's like,
Yes, I've got it open over here.
Oh, well, the situation is resolved in the bar, but we ask that you not open it, just for safekeeping. In fact, probably stay just right in these tunnels for now.
Actually, you're gonna come with us.
What she said.
All right.
and at this point you see they appear. There's a creak of hinges as a trapdoor is lifted. They were just kind of peeking up through, and you didn't see them over the just clutter of this backspace. There's this is where they keep all of their stock for the bar. And yeah, she ushers all of you in, and you probably lead her in first. I'm gonna make a quick insight check to realize if she notices that she's in danger. Natural 17. She's aware that this is not negotiable and comes along willingly.
Good for her.
As you all head down into first the cellar area, where then Hugin, you pull aside a couple of kegs that you just kind of roll around and push on a bit of the stone wall that opens up. And it seems surprising even to Fuzzwin that this has been here. And as you all enter,
Just the amount of times Hugin has probably gone into this place without
Yeah.
anybody noticing.
you enter the subterranean tunnels. Eventually, the carved earth gives way to stone sewers after about 30 minutes to an hour of travel. It's getting late into the evening now. Could I have everyone make a perception check as we go from these eerily silent under-earth animal-made caves to the soft trickling of water within the sewer and the echoes that just kind of bounce all around the space in this large tunnel.
Had a dirty 20.
25.
24.
God damn, y'all.
10.
Plus 13 perception.
Hell yeah.
Holy
Yeah.
shit. Just those bug eyes staring in every direction.
Yeah, it's looking anywhere but at who I'm talking to.
All of you hear a pair of voices coming through a vent in the ceiling. You can't quite tell if it's coming from an interior of a building or if it's coming from somewhere near the street, but you hear two distinct voices.
I don't know, Ron. I'm worried. General Tomback hasn't been to his room in weeks. He's just been holed up in the Temple of Arden's courtyard with his lieutenants, staring at their map of the Grove, moving around forces that we don't have.
Nonsense. The General is sound of mind, and I won't hear another word. And you'd best not speak it again, dear. Your words border on treason.
And the other voice kind of quietly under their breath, but all of those perception checks are high enough to hear. Aside from Liliana, you're still kind of straining to listen from the back. Your large Finnick fox ears kind of twitching in the direction.
Add to the list of treasons. What's that? Nothing, sir. Right you are, sir.
You hear footsteps traveling away from the vent.
It sounds like they lack unity.
Do we know who General Tomback is?
Make
What?
a politics check.
What he plays?
Liliana, you can make this with advantage.
Rebellion.
Ooh, smarty.
What is it again? Intelligence.
Proficiency for you. Proficiency for everyone but Pockle.
Natural 20.
Hell yeah!
Hell yeah! It's a 17 for Hugin.
Nice.
I'm gonna add my guidance.
Okay.
11.
Of hearing something being like, do I know anything? Please, God. Yes.
23.
23, all right. All of you are familiar with General Tonbeck. Even at 11 for Dame Liliana, you spoke personally with House Arctos, with King Ulrich Ironhide. You know that General Tonbeck, specifically General Tonbeck Diamondhide, is the leader of these rebels. He's the one who took over after the bears who started the incursion during the wedding were killed by Hugin's former companions. He's the one who kind of stepped up to fill that role that's presumably the hopeful to replace Ulrich Ironhide and his heir and become the new king of Riddle Hill Run.
So he's one of the older brothers, basically.
Right. Pockle, on a natural 20, you have had a run-in before with General Tonbeck. When he was still living in Riddle Hill Run and hadn't traveled this far south, he was in charge of a lot of the border protections between Riddle Hill Run and the Lamella Riverlands. He has a reputation for being incredibly brutal. I would say you are also aware that he wields a weapon that has stricken fear in the hearts of many an animal from the Riverlands. It's basically like 3 swords that have been welded together to make this massive claw-like blade. You also all put together a critical piece of information from that conversation, which is that he's holed up at the Temple of the Ardors. If that is still the route you'd like to take in chopping off the head of the bear, Hugin, you could make another history check with advantage to attempt to navigate, or survival, your choice, to attempt to navigate the tunnels beneath the city to arrive at the Temple of Ardors instead.
Presumably there are other slightly lower level commanders, though, still within the castle. It's just
2 brothers that were...
There were 2 brothers at the wedding, but they both died.
yeah, we murdered the fuck out of them. Okay,
just the
so-
last one left.
Seems so.
Okay.
But yeah, from that conversation you got that they just said the general is at the Temple of Ardors courtyard with his lieutenants.
Oh, with his lieutenants. Okay. So that's a dirty 20. Yeah, Hugin is going to immediately pivot towards that.
Yeah.
Towards the temple.
Yeah, you take another turn in the sewers that takes you in the direction that you know leads more that way, before coming across another hidden doorway that you can push through that everyone kind of has to squeeze through. Brass has a bit of trouble. You guys have to kind of pull him to get his belly through, but You manage to get through and continue on in that direction.
I'm so sorry, I have a question about my character.
Yeah, what's up?
What does a shield add?
+2 to your armor class.
Thank you, sorry.
Oh, nice. That puts you at
Are you
like
paladin?
17.
Sorry, I'm new. I'm a paladin rogue, which is very hard on paper.
It's
When
a
you
lot.
hit, you hit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you get sneak attack and divine smites all in one hit.
Holy shit.
You crit? Fuck.
I never will.
Divine.
I never have before.
Never have, never will.
As you continue through the tunnels, they turn to familiar crypts for some of you. Elzor and Hugin, as well as Dame Liliana, who was present that day. Your minds return to the wretched events of the day that Skjol and Azalea's wedding was, for lack of a better term, ruined by the rebels of House Arctos. Then another thought crosses your minds. A fact that is not widely known to the other houses. The Luperels are buried with their gem souls. There exists a potential opportunity to bolster your strength before the coming battle, should you choose. You also are aware, after information that you've gleaned in the past, that it is easier to attune to a gem soul that has been used before, rather than a raw gem. So that's just dancing around in your minds. Whether or not anyone voices it or acts on it is up to you.
Walking by, I kind of noticed that seems to be some gems souls.
Take whatever you want. Just know that it's a pain in the ass to attune to them.
It should be easier with these ones, right?
Still could be disastrous if you fail.
True.
Especially after what is. One of us had failed before, and we ended up having to chase them through the forest naked for several days.
Oh.
To your way. She had a fantastic ass.
Truly spectacular tits.
6 of them.
All the way down.
It is risky. It will be harder for me as I already have one.
What if we just take a few for later, maybe? Like, I don't know if I need one right now. I don't want to risk it, but
We could also use them offensively, take a few, and when our enemies are worn down and looking rough, we start cramming them in, multiples at a time.
And could come up, might not come up. But in more than one occasion, we've, had some extras around and that's gone badly, or, they find them, they try to shove them in us, and that occurred as they were trying to execute us. So, I mean, that was a different group of people, but it's not always great to have them just kind of loose around.
they don't really know where they are, though. No one's gonna grab my back pocket and shove something into my open wound. I don't know. That's a weird thing to say. But
They could make a wound.
I'm not as familiar with the way that these stones work, but don't you hurl stones offensively? Could they be used as some sort of a projectile weapon of great misfortune upon our enemies?
Potentially, if they break flesh, I would argue
is it considered a pebble?
I mean, there are some that are pebble-sized. I would argue that if you use them in that manner, there would be a damage threshold that you would have to reach.
I've got low dexterity, and if it's not a magic stone, I fucking suck.
Are these not technically magic stones?
No.
They are very magic stone.
Not in the sense that you can use your spellcasting modifier to attack with them.
I can't add my +5 to throw a thing.
It was just a thought.
But I would say if you put one in the sling and flung it at someone, there would be a damage threshold that you would have to meet. And if you hit that threshold, then it would break skin and they would start to attune against their will.
I'll say I don't feel entirely good about ripping things out of the dead.
I'm not opposed. I do think if any of us make the decision that we want to try and attune something, we also have to be willing for, if it goes wrong, that person is sitting out of this fight.
I'd like to maybe have one for later.
Well,
It's
if
all
this
up to
goes
you,
to
though.
plan, then we'll come back for one. We'll get you one if you want one, but if we're not going to be using it now or in the fight, then there's no reason to bring it.
And I could have one in my back pocket, just in case.
Right? What if it is what if it makes the difference in the coming battle?
What one would you like?
Not amethyst. I'm pretty spry about it all.
I think perhaps emeralds could be good.
Which one's emerald again?
It has healing properties. It also garners an amount of control over plants and plant growth.
Oh yeah. I don't mind.
Shall we look around for one?
Right?
All right. Whoever wants to look for an emerald gem soul can make an investigation check.
I'm just gonna avoid this situation entirely.
Brass will give you advantage as he kind of goes over and is just like sliding the tops of the sarcophagus off so that you can get easier access.
Not my sarcophagusy.
6.
6.
With advantage, 6.
Wow.
You do not find any emerald gem souls. You do find 2 rubies.
Which do what?
Rubies are of the aspect of Paisha or passion, which are, they basically garner the effects of controlling others' emotions, or like forcing your emotions onto someone else.
And if you fail, what happens?
You go kind of crazy. That's the one that Azalea failed to too. Yeah, backlash causes the user to go mad, which is kind of that was the issue with the Mad King of House Lupero, was he had Onyx and Ruby, so he was ravenous and crazy. And they were just kind of feeding off of each other.
Yeah, all as respectfully as possible. Can I cut those out?
Yeah, you can add 2 ruby gem souls to your inventory. If you want to put like parentheses used in case it doesn't come up today, so we'll remember for next time.
So gross. Slightly used. Like new.
While they're looking
Slowly.
for gems, I'll suggest that we put Azalea's body in one of the little crypt things here for safekeeping.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to pray to Zephyria for a storm.
Okay. Is that part of a spell, or are you just
No, I'm just
hoping?
Just generally praying. It's like,
Oh, okay.
like may our wrath manifest as a storm.
Yeah, make a roll a d100.
86.
Okay.
Fuzzy one, you may stay here for your own protection, if you prefer.
All right. Also, it's Foswin,
Fuzzwin, sorry.
but that's all right. I shall not move from this spot until you return.
Essentially, I just didn't want her being able to run off and tell bears.
Yeah, for sure. Make
No,
an
she'll be
insight check.
lost. That is, oh my god. That's a 30.
Holy shit.
Jesus.
You see a glint in Fuzzwin's eyes as everyone's digging through your ancestors' crypts and pulling out gem souls, and there's this look, it's not even like a devious look of like, I'm gonna do that. But you get that sense of like, I'm within a treasure trove. But you can also see that like lingering fear. You do not think that this person is going to abscond with your family jewels. But you wouldn't be surprised if they've got a few in their pockets when you come back.
They're probably not getting out of here without me, so.
Very true. Excellent. So yeah, you see that kind of like glance around and a nod at your words, and you all head up into the temple.
Yeah, right.
Are we trying to be like quiet, or are we just kind of popping in,
I think quiet.
As quiet as we can be until we assess the situation.
Yeah, I think from here out, low profile. We're getting close now.
I am gonna hang on to Azalea's really big bad dangerous potion, and then the other skin with the 2 uses of it, I'm gonna give to Liliana. Just in case. Just be careful with it.
Which one is? This is the.
It'll just help to injure them. This one's not going to be
Less bad.
This is the less bad one. Good.
You won't be vomiting blood everywhere.
Too bad.
Don't cut yourself
That's not my character.
on anything that you've poisoned. It would be regrettable.
Try not to cut yourself anyway. It hurts bad.
Good advice. All around.
It does.
All right, as you all continue forward, can I have everyone make a stealth check?
Oh boy.
Does that plate give you disadvantage?
I believe so.
I know plate gives me disadvantage.
Are we in dark or dim light?
Why? Why am I rolling so bad?
Yes.
Skulker, so we get advantage.
Good lord, thank you. Better.
Holy shit, that's a 31.
What is that?
That's what Hugh can do.
My original roll was 2.
Hey! I rolled
I'm
2
16.
16s.
16, 31,
23.
23?
Yeah, Elzor.
I rolled 2 16s.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
Disadvantage didn't mean
disadvantage.
shit.
Mhm.
6.
Oh,
There you go.
6?
There you go.
Okay. Quietly as you can, moving forward. You eventually come to the area where the crypts level out, and it is fully, first you're moving through all of the dishonored of House Luperel, mostly casualties from the Great Hunt, who few of them even have sarcophagus that they are placed within. And eventually you come to those honored of House Luperel and continue through the stone pathway where there is stone steps leading up to the door that leads into the Temple of Ardors itself. Who is in the lead?
Probably me.
yeah.
Okay, Hugin, you kind of wave everyone back, and
Do you want me to
Oh yeah.
act like you're my prisoner?
Oh yeah.
Since I'm bear armor-ified.
I think that they would probably catch on that we're coming through the temple, and that's a bit weird, but
It's up to you. It was
It
just
might take
something-
them like a half second to figure it out, but that's
It's-
a half second in our advantage. you
it's
know?
something we can fall back on, right?
very well.
I'll have you be
I think
right
definitely
next
you
to me.
should go first, either way.
Me?
Yeah.
But he's not as stealthy. We're trying to get a lay of the land.
You done that? He's so nice. Listen from there.
Pockle, what's your passive perception?
There you go.
What's everybody's passive?
23.
Anybody higher than 23?
Nope.
Mutants is 20.
Mine's 11.
Mine's 17.
Oh.
A gentle bird's 15.
Pockle, your ears perk up as you hear, coming from the other side of that door, a voice that, muffled through the doorway, says,
Did you hear that? Yes. Yeah, I heard voices, for sure. Let's go check it out.
the door starts to open.
Clang, 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 clang.
So, those of you who rolled, basically everybody except for Dame Liliana and Brass Bandalar, who rolled a 2 on his stealth. The rest of you managed to duck behind the various coffins of the space, these stone coffin structures. Liliana and Brass kind of bump into each other, and your armor clatters as the door opens, and you see a pair of guards at the top of the stairs, and I need everyone to roll initiative.
Oh boy.
Numbers.
4.
4 for Pockle. Hugin.
9.
Elzor.
13.
All right. Liliana.
20.
Nice. Although out in the open, Liliana, you are first up in the initiative order. There are 2 guards standing at the top of the stairs. I'll say before the initiative begins, they catch sight of you and Brass kind of just standing there and looking up at them in surprise. One turns to the other and he's like, "Go, alert the general."
No.
But before they have a chance to move, it's your turn.
How far away are they?
They are about 30 feet away from you up the stairs.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to go ahead and run up there.
Okay. You begin-
Are they blocking the door, or can I get through them to the other side? to like. Get them
It's a wide door. It's like a very wide temple-like doorway, but the two of them standing abreast is blocking.
How wide is the like hallway?
There's a more narrow, like 20-foot wide stairway that leads down for about 10 feet into this more open space that has like sarcophagi on either side that you guys are hiding behind.
So I will attack the one that gave the order.
Go ahead, make an attack roll with your short sword. Oof. Natural 1.
Fall down the stairs and die.
I mean, it's just one attack.
He gets the shaft of his spear up and kind of like parries aside your first strike.
We'll try again. I have to leave.
Believe that.
Is it another 1? No.
It's a 2. A 10.
10 misses, unfortunately.
We're
Roll out your dice or something? What's going on with these
I've been
numbers?
terrible.
I've now
at
touched
rolling
all my
dice.
dice today.
I don't think I've once rolled a 5.
It's all right.
That's it.
Get the bad rolls out with the guards so that when the general comes along, everybody's charged up and ready to go.
That's right.
So yeah, you swipe out. The guard parries your 2 strikes and readies his spear to make an attack as well. But first, it is Rob's turn. Rob is going to pull out his new amethyst greatsword and rush up the steps. You're a Fennec Fox, he is a cheetah. He's got some height on you. Standing behind you, he's going to go for the same guy and kind of swing over your head. With his first attack, 14 doesn't hit.
Why would it?
This time the other guard reaches over with his spear and parries the sword, and Rob is going to make his second and final strike. That's much better. That's a 27, which is going to hit. 8 points of slashing damage. That guy needs to make a Constitution saving throw. DC 17.
Throw him down the stairs. Throw him down the stairs.
It's a natural 15
Fuck.
for a total of 16. He fails.
Yes.
Like if he just teleported him in one direction, not accounting for the change in elevation, would he like appear in the air and then like fall down?
He could. However, he slashes through. There's that flicker of violet light, and the guard's dead corpse appears at the bottom of the stairs. That was enough. The damage, because it also deals more damage when they fail, and that was enough to take him out. That is Rob's 2 attacks. That brings us to Munin, who Munin's going to rush up, and moving through the same space that the 2 of you are taking up is going to kind of go into the room and loop around. Or no, she wouldn't have enough movement to do that because it's 30 feet away. No, yeah, she's going to bonus action dash and get all the way up the stairs through the doorway and flank that remaining guard with the 2 of you, basically. And then make her attack with advantage with the poisoned blade. Natural 19 is going to hit.
Hell yeah.
11 points. Before the poison even comes into account, both guards are dead.
Were these just like shit guards?
They're just guards.
Dudes.
I just feel like every guard that we fight is like 100 hit point monster.
Yeah.
Well, we fight. We go into bad places.
That's true.
Also,
Yeah.
when you
These
think
are
about it,
dudes.
you guys weren't like, you killed everybody at the wedding reception who could have followed you and like who could have seen you going into the crypts and into a secret passage.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else just kind of like broke into the castle, and you guys were gone, but your bodies weren't around, but they didn't know where you went. So they didn't know specifically that there were tunnels that lead out of the city from the temple, but they knew that, you know, that was a possibility. So they just had a couple guards guarding the crypts because why not?
Yeah. What could possibly be of value in there?
Exactly.
We
Should have gone
fought
through the
guys
crypts.
that weren't Kingsguard.
Look, I'm not complaining. I'm just surprised. That's all.
I'm going to have Rob make a quick dexterity saving throw.
So
Why?
you were
Nice.
the same shirt.
22 for Rob on the dex save, as Munin sticks the poison blade through the back of the neck of this. I didn't even say what kind of animals they were. What did I? One was a squirrel, and the other was a black bear. The black bear was the one remaining. The sword goes through the back of the head and out the neck, and as Munin pulls the blade free, the body falls forward, and Rob catches it before it can clatter to the ground. And he's just gonna kind of like hoist him up onto his shoulder and carry him back down the stairs.
The squirrel was the one giving orders?
Yeah,
All right.
Wait, so Rob killed the squirrel, or he killed the bear?
Rob killed the squirrel. the bear was left. And now he's carrying the bear, and he takes it down. He's going to place each of their bodies kind of behind these crypts. Munen's going to make a perception check. That's pretty good.
So Munin kill the
Very good, 25. Munen kind of looks around as she's kind of stepped into the doorway, and she's going to call back down to, or come back in, and come back to all of you. I don't see any more guards posted inside. There might be some at the door out of the temple into the courtyard, but that's where the generals are anyway, so. Our options are we can try and sneak out, or we can just bust out the door and get things going.
He dressed like a bear, right?
True. Did anyone get that bear's name so you could sort of play to the role? I imagine they'd recognize his armor.
We just walk in with him first and then kind of
I
stab.
I listen at the door. Does it sound like there's any weather going on?
Make a perception check with disadvantage, listening through a door.
See whether
Oh, the weather
for
outside
it.
is weather. 18.
18.
Is the weather?
You place your owl ear up to the door,
Clunk.
and without even having to be against the door, you hear and feel a distant crack of thunder. Just a little rumble in the distance.
Very good.
The spreading begins.
We're going to go out there and spread those bears so hard. They won't know what spread them.
Oh, they'll know.
You started
So
this.
wait, how?
No, somebody else did.
So-
Someone else now.
So it's outside through the door, right?
Mhm.
Do we
Yeah.
have a sense of like where they will be out there or anything?
No. There's like stained glass windows, but you can't really see through those. I'd say the people most familiar with what they're going to be walking into would be basically everyone but Pockle and Brass, because this is where the wedding was held, was in the courtyard of the Temple of
I
Arters.
mean, what if you told them that the other bears come in and whatnot, but also that maybe they sent like a scouting party. We want to show them the like dead bodies or something. Bring that this way. And we jump.
Do that
Can you lie?
if I need to.
Ethically or
I don't know. He just seems kind of clean cut.
No, right. I'm with you. I don't know if maybe sending the church boy out to lie is the best idea that we have.
Look.
No offense, but you're a very trustworthy fellow.
Well, I appreciate that. However, if it means destroying our enemies, I can say something, especially if it's true. Like, there is an army coming.
True, it's, yes, more of persuading them rather than lying to
Can
them.
you sound like a not you?
Suppose? What do you want me to sound like?
Not you.
Liliana, you kind of flash back to the message that you were sent earlier that you didn't recognize the voice at first until Elzor kind of popped in at the end.
If only we had heard the panda's voice.
Gonna think that he probably sounds like, "Rah, rah, rah, rah," you know?
Like,
So racist.
something like...
Yeah. That's great.
Perfect. Sure.
You sound like,
Arcanarama bear voices.
oh yeah, it's a lot better.
What's our backup plan if they don't believe you and they just start stabbing?
What do you want me to tell them?
I like this plan less and less.
it is getting a little bad.
I'm leaning more towards we just go out there and start killing.
Can I just
What's gonna give
Can I
us the jump on this?
just crack the door and look out?
Yeah. First make a stealth check.
So,
Dark and dim. What are we at?
Yeah, darkened it.
It's dark. It's nighttime.
Hell yeah! Fucking finally.
One of those was a 1.
23.
Roughly 60 to 70 feet away from you, there is a table set up in the courtyard that has very intricate map of what appears to be the Nettlewood Grove. Standing over it in just resplendent armor, more complicated armor than you've ever seen, that has all of these like jagged, sharp bits that are coming off of it, is this massive grizzly bear who's kind of leaning over the table. There's no sheath that could hold this weapon. It's like three swords that are curved but sharpened on the inside, so it's like used to swipe like claws at the waist. That's just kind of held on by a leather thong. And on either side, you see
You make him taste the word dog.
That's what it's called. On either side, you see a pair of black bears who are also standing at the map, and you can't hear what they're saying to each other because they're so far away, and the wind has really started to pick up, and there's actually a bit of rain falling now, too. They appear to be discussing perhaps like plans of attack and where to station different forces on this map of the Grove. You don't see anyone in the immediate area outside of those three. They all look pretty burly. Go ahead and make a perception check as well. That's all easy enough to glean. They don't seem to have noticed you cracking the door open.
19.
Outside of those three, the closest guards that you see are basically stationed where the guards were during the wedding to keep, commoners and intruders from entering. Very, very far away. Right. But for Josh, the sake of you knowing, you know that there aren't guards within a range that, like, if a fight begins and they catch wind of it, it would take them a second to be able to get there and aid. They're mostly keeping people out.
Alright, y'all, there's some guards keeping people out. There's like a dude that looks like a real son of a bitch. I don't know. Like, he's got a weird claw weapon and all that shit. Some beefy boys, maybe a couple of them in the middle.
Hugin is taking out the super deadly poison and is drawing it onto her rapier. And it's just like, oh, I'm ready. I think I'm going to just go ahead and kill him. So, anybody else would like to follow?
Hold just a moment. I'm going to tie a blue ribbon around like your upper arm and then one around mine, and as I tie the second one, I cast Warding Bond
Ooh.
on us.
Shit.
What does that do?
While the target is within 60 feet of you, it gains a +1 bonus to armor class and saving throws and resistance to all damage
Hot damn.
for an hour.
Welcome to
However-
the crew, Liliana.
Take all the...
I take all the damage you take. So
Fuck.
try not to take, just, some caution because we'll both die.
Planning to get out of there as soon as I do this, but
Right.
all right.
So, we keep you within 60 feet.
Alright?
Yes, of course. Why would I not be?
Let's do it.
There's just a fucking blank, dead stare.
Remember, use your anger as a tool. Don't be a tool of your anger.
Don't be a tool.
Don't be a tool.
Don't be a tool.
Hey,
Perhaps
let's just kill the fuck out of him.
Oh, I plan on it.
you three, he points at Pakol, Hugin, and Munin. He's like, you are all very small. Perhaps you sneak up. The three of us, we hang back. And Rob's like, I'm going forward too. I'm staying with Hugin. It's like, sure, right, good, yes.
I can make a bit of a spectacle.
Here's
Well,
what
I was
y'all.
thinking we'd try and get the jump on them, right?
I've got range, so I'm gonna try to take out the people that are gonna try to alert other people and whatever. Y'all take out the badasses. I'll get them eventually. But
We go out quiet for as long as we can. Hit to kill.
do we want to focus Big Bad or the?
Yeah, I plan on
Yeah.
teleporting out there and just straight up murdering him.
Oh,
Oh,
lovely.
right, I forget you can do that.
Wonderful.
Theoretically, anyone with sword can do that too, right? He
He's gonna
kind of
hit
looks
your
at
head.
Rob, and who has the other amethyst? You have the amethyst sword.
So
Wait,
you
this-
can use it like a gem soul.
Hmm?
You just
Oh.
vamp with it.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
So it's like you got extra slots.
I think it's still
No.
good if you have it though.
I'm wondering if I should give that to Munin instead, so that she has that.
She has the
It's
poison.
kind of cool.
Yeah, but I could switch with her.
Switch with her this time.
Because if she also has that ability to teleport,
I think that's
I'm
probably
also
a good idea.
Quite
for this
fast
time.
and spry. I don't necessarily need the option.
But if you can get there like that, it's-
Also, I feel it would take some time. You can only use that feature if you have attuned to the weapon, so you guys would have to take a short rest.
gotcha. Okay.
I would say none of you are, even those of you who are attuned to the weapons, are not fully aware of how they work, if it's like an infinite thing, or if it's limited somehow, or what the negative drawbacks to using
would
it
that
are.
be weird?
You can make a history check with
Did you
disadvantage.
just raise your hand?
My dad made the weapons, yo.
Your dad works for
Natural one.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say like outside of using them and practicing with them, it's something you'll have to kind of figure out as you go. You know how the gem souls work that are within you, for sure. So you know that you have at least 3 charges, at least 4 charges with the sword. But beyond that, there's no telling.
Be aware, I did pray to Zephyria to bring her wrath, and it sounds as if she has answered that prayer.
Almost on cue.
Do you have any, like, prayers we can do before we get in this battle or anything?
The only ones who need prayers are our enemies. We will drop them.
Oh, 100%. I mean,
Nothing,
winds can be spread. Am I saying that right?
Sure. Brass pulls out the obsidian greatsword.
God, that looks cool.
Are we doing this?
Let's do this.
All right, lead the way, Queen Hugin.
No.
not really.
Okay, you good, Matt?
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Bless. No, nothing.
Bless is a concentration, and I'm going to have a different concentration spell up in a second.
Brass is like, the only ones who need prayers are them. And he puts on sunglasses.
Explosion happens behind you.
My jaw drops a little bit.
Wait, if they're like hippo sunglasses, they have to be like
Very wide.
They're
It's like
little,
two little circles with one giant wire connecting them.
You Morpheus.
I know Kung Fu. All of that really happens. So
It is canon. Rapier is pointing downwards, and then I'm just gonna get this fucking party started.
okay, they are 60 feet away from the door.
Do we want to pull out the map?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I start,
Yes.
like, when she is getting her attack going, can I start casting Call Lightning?
Yeah. So I'll go ahead and
I'm guessing we're getting a surprise round.
I'll go ahead and let you guys know they're not anticipating this. You took out the guards who were going to alert them very quietly and hit the bodies. They don't know that you're here. First out, Hugin and Rob. Rob is not going to stray far from Hugin, probably ever again. So,
Do not go far from me.
Such an anime protagonist. I love it.
the two of you step outside. I'm going to go ahead and make, I'm going to roll 2 perception checks. This is one for the big boy and one for his lieutenants. You can go ahead and make stealth checks. We roll for Rob first.
That didn't look good. Oh.
Didn't feel good either.
25 for Hugin.
First, the big boy. It's not great.
I love this guy. He's just, like, casually got his axe, like, ah! He's about to just, like, whack something on the table.
That's how he cuts his meat.
So the plan was, like, with the door cracked open, I was just gonna immediately
Well, I think you're
teleport.
Yeah, so you can go 30
do I
feet.
have to go 10 and then?
I mean, you can teleport whenever you want, but you can only go 30 feet, so
Oh, okay.
25, 30 gets you to here. If you teleport right out the
You
gate.
can run 30 and teleport.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
We run and teleport.
to here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I should put these guys on squares, huh? That would make this a lot easier. We'll say he's kind of standing off to the side. Those guys are on squares. They're good. Okay.
But 30 should get you right
25, 30 gets you almost within range.
I'll do cunning action dash to make sure that I'm within range. Actually, then if I use that spell, will I still be able to hit him?
What's the
Or the
We're not-
Used your bonus action to teleport.
Okay.
But she's still hidden. Like,
Are
she's
we-
still stealth. So if she, like, teleports right behind him, then she
We're not an initiative
still be
yet.
hidden.
So you wouldn't need, you could just,
Yeah, so you
both
can
are
go as
bonus
far as
action,
you need to.
basically, right? So
Oh, that's
you
true,
wouldn't-
because we're not like in a round for sure.
So you could save the teleport and just run up there. It gives you the same.
Hang on. 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. The issue arises when Sir Rob has rolled a natural 1 on his stealth check. He rushes out. There's, as he's like running forward, there's a twinge of pain in his arm, just like a quick phantom pain, and he squeaks, which kind of alerts those at the table who turn around to see Hugin already like up there with the rapier ready to go. I'll say in the time that they left, you guys tell me what order everyone left. I imagine Munin was probably trying to stay nearby with Hugin. 30 to there. Who came out after Munin?
I would hold until I know we've been caught already.
Made. Okay, so Elzor, you've stepped outside. Are you keeping some distance, or do you want to move towards the stairs?
I'll stay at the top of the stairs. My spell has pretty good range on it. It's I think it's like 120 feet. So
Okay, so yeah, you just kind of like step off to the side to allow room for your companions. Pockle.
I have a complete turn here, or what?
Yeah, you've got basically a full
I'm going
turn's
to
worth of
move
movements.
up 35 feet.
30, 35, you get right up there next to Rob.
And I'm going to cast Fury Fire on Altrito.
Oh, okay.
So I'm going to open up a bag of fireflies, and we're going to hopefully swarm them.
Nice. Is that a...
Dex save 17.
so my when I cast the spell, also like that, the first lightning bolt goes off when I cast that spell too.
That'll take effect when we
Sure.
go into the surprise round. Right now, we're just positioning ourselves before
Gotcha.
shit hits the fan.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, this is like pre-combat movement, basically, is what we're doing. So yeah, hold on to that fairy fire.
Okay.
Remind me, because I'll forget. Brass would go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He gets to there. And Liliana,
Okay.
played by Ash, because I don't have a Liliana mini still.
This is pre-combat movement.
Mhm.
Okay. Then I'm going to get as close as I can to this guy.
Okay. 15, 20, 25, 30 gets you right there next to Brass.
Okay. Then bonus action dash.
Oh, that's right. 30 to there.
Yeah.
Rob gets that twinge of pain and yelps uncharacteristically. And now I need everyone to roll initiative.
17.
Nice.
16 for you.
23.
Nice.
14.
You guys do have a surprise round. Even though you have been noticed, they still were not expecting you. Basically, it just didn't allow you to like perfectly place yourselves. So that I don't forget that everyone is surprised. And I'll remove them individually as we get to their turns. This first time around. So, up first is Munin. Let's see. Munin's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Bonus action to dash. 10, 15, 20 to there. And Munin's going to go ahead and make an attack with the poisoned short sword with advantage because they're surprised. Get him. 27, which definitely hits. We'll do this first, and then I'll make their con save for the poison. That's 21 points of damage. He makes a Constitution saving throw. 18 succeeds, so he takes half damage. For another 26 halved to 13. That guy takes a shit ton of damage. Ending Munin's turn is going to bring us to Dame Liliana.
Okay. I would like to run up and I want to be on that table directly between these two guys so that
Like right here.
like one square over.
This one?
Yeah. Because that's a square directly between these two guys. So Hugin will have advantage when she does hit that guy.
Nice.
And then I'm going to stab down on this guy closest to me.
Okay.
Which one? Oh, the big dude?
No,
This
the
guy.
smaller one.
Are there any like high ground rules in D&D?
Well,
Range
so
has its own effects, too.
There aren't any specific rules within the game already, but they're surprised, so you get advantage anyway.
Nice. Okay, that is a 27 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
So I'm going to Divine Smite
Okay,
at first level.
nice.
That's 2d8.
And sneak attack.
Then I'm going to hit him with a second level Branding Smite. That's a bonus action.
Yeah.
Do you need any extra dice?
No.
Oh yeah.
It does say I
What
need
am I-
extra dice.
What am I saying?
Okay, my mother is calling me. It's a bad time. Then my sneak attack is also 2d6, and that's a poison blade for 2d8.
Nice. They make a save for that, right?
It's a
So, 4d6,
Constitution.
48.
Should roll the poison separate.
Yeah, I have that.
That's a 19.
Okay, he will take no poison damage then.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5d6 and 2d8.
Is that on top of your regular weapon damage?
Wait,
there,
what's
right?
your... Oh,
Yeah.
I love that sound.
26 points of damage.
Did you include your modifier?
No.
plus...
32 points of damage.
Hot damn. It's a big hit. That's only a 2-point difference from what Munin just did on the other side. That's your first attack.
The thrill of multi-attack.
Let me make sure there's nothing about
It
this.
sucks doing that well when you roll your second attack and you hit 2 and you're like, it's d6.
I mean, you don't get to put.
And that's going to
secrets
be
on it.
5 damage for the second.
I mean, you can smite more than once in a turn.
Oh, I would like to make that an inspiring smite with my channel divinity, and Munin and Hugin are gonna get 17 temporary hit points.
Damn.
Shit.
Damn.
The combo of...
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's divided among those people, so
Gotcha. So
17.
Oh, this one.
So, yeah, I'm gonna give Hugin 17 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Hey, since they're like bonded, does she get the same temporary hit points that she just gave her?
No, I don't think
I
it affects
wish.
healing.
Oh, so
Uh-huh.
like it,
I mean-
they would have to die before they take any hit points back.
No, we
No,
both
no, they both take the damage. So
take.
No,
Hugin,
it's 50-50.
Hugin gets the benefits of like the +1 to the armor class and all of that stuff.
No, that works.
The downside is that you both take the damage
Yeah.
that Hugin takes.
But surely she doesn't take temporary hit point damage that she takes.
Oh no, I
Right.
wouldn't.
No.
She would have to
Okay.
lose those 17 temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
You also
good
have.
fucking
She also has resistance to every kind of damage.
Is that 2-way? So if you take damage, does it? Okay, it doesn't affect Hugin.
I just take damage that Hugin takes. Okay, second attack. I'm so sorry.
No worries. New character. Who dis?
Doing it.
Man, see,
Oh,
and this
hey,
is.
just roll new character. 32 damage.
See, and this is the shit, like, it should be noted, Sam didn't roll this character. This is the stat block that I've been using for Dame Liliana from the start. She's been this badass the whole time, I just can't roll for shit for her.
30-20 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and that will only be the damage as is.
Yeah, for sure. Unless you want to smite again.
I can smite whenever I want.
You can smite as long as you have spell slots to do so.
You just have to you get to choose when you smite, so you can wait until after you find out if you've hit before you decide to smite.
Okay.
For that smite, not the other smites, but
Yeah.
No, the other,
Bonus action ones are concentration, so
Oh,
they stick
yeah,
around
the-
until you hit.
the bonus
So-
action ones.
So Branding
are the
Smite-
next time you hit.
but also the other thing's concentration too.
Warding bond.
We can skip
No,
over
it's
it.
not.
It's not?
No.
Wild.
Yeah, I just cast that.
Spell.
Yeah. Okay.
This can't be-
I'm not going to smite
Concentration.
this time because I might need it later.
Okay.
That is 10 points of piercing damage.
Ooh. Not a bad round at all. General Tonbeck is surprised, but I'm going to remove this because next time it comes around to him, he won't be.
I was so surprised. Were you surprised? I was surprised.
That's going to be Paco.
Cool. I'm casting Fairy Fire.
Nice. What is the
DC
area?
17. Oh, it's a 20-foot cube, which should hit all of them.
Yeah.
20. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Every single one, they make dexterity saving throw.
Yeah, 17.
All right.
Trying to dodge fireflies.
For the general. Ooh.
DC 17.
You're good.
Can you choose?
Mhm.
Oh.
That's a 5 for the general, so he
you have
fails.
advantage on him for any attack.
And the other
Triple
guy,
advantage. All right.
the other guys rolled. They all rolled a 16.
Cool. Yeah, so all three of them are Fairy Fire.
Oh shit. All right. Hell yeah. Anything else you want to do on your turn, Paco? That's just your action.
With this action, I'll make more stones
I'll say at this. How does Magic Stone wear off?
every minute. So I've got at
Okay.
least 9 now.
Gotcha. All right. Ending Paco's turn brings us to Hugh.
This is Hugin's chance. She wants to take the
extremely poison blade and end this general.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack with advantage.
And I should say,
Because you are using this incredibly dangerous poison, we're definitely going to do this in the Tray of Fate. This could be
What you feeling?
incredibly helpful for your group.
there's this almost numb sense of determination.
There's an achievable goal within sight.
And I want to say that I'm doing this with Lance's +1 rapier, by the way.
Hell yeah. It's a 5 and a 7.
A 7. Ugh. Okay, so that 7 is going to become a 16, isn't it?
Does not.
Fuck me.
Hugin, you rush forward. You're going to make the killing blow. You hear Rob yelp behind you. You kind of like wince for a moment, but then you go in for the strike as General Tonbeck is also hearing the same thing and turning around. That chink in the armor that you were aiming for just glances to the side and you strike hard armor. Your rapier bends. I'm going to go ahead and say now, roll a d6 and divide the number in half unless it's a 1.
That's a 1.
1. The poison will last one more strike before it wears off. Not one more round, one more strike. So that could be an opportunity attack as well, should it arise. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I want to kill him.
Getting the offhand strike.
I do have an offhand strike with just a little tiny dagger.
Hey, sneak attack.
Better than nothing. Yeah, you still have advantage because he's still surprised.
And also Fairy Fire.
And Fairy Fire, yeah.
Alright, yeah, I'll sneak attack with the offhand.
Okay.
Seriously? Now you're gonna give me fucking 19 plus 8, so 27 to hit?
That
My
hits.
little dagger. 28 points of damage.
Nice. All right. Ending Hugin's turn brings us to Sarab. But he's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 30, he'll share space with Hugin. Is also, therefore, flanking. But, again, it doesn't matter right now. Yeah, 2 attacks from Rob with the Amethyst Greatsword. Yeah, that's going to be a hit. 13 points of slashing damage. Tunbeck needs to make con save. Okay, 19 succeeds. So he does not take any extra damage, nor is he teleported. Second attack from Sir Rob. Dirty 20, which hits. 11 points more. Another con save. About the same thing again. No, that's a 16, which fails.
Does he have some indomitable bullshit?
No.
Good.
Good.
That's 14 points of radiant damage.
Nice.
I feel like my plan may have just changed.
And Rob is not going to transport him anywhere because he's kind of right where he wants him to be at the moment.
I am a little bit worried that he has some kind of a soul gem
He might.
and that he's been a little crazy, so it might be the ruby if he does.
Or he has more than one.
That's Sir Rob's turn. That's going to be Elzor.
How far away am I from General Dude here?
Specifically, you are 50 feet away.
And so that would make me like 60 feet from those other dudes also?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Since they're like 10 feet away from him?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, exactly 60.
So what I would like to do, you'd think I would be about to start calling down lightning, but everyone is like too close.
Oh, my bad.
Instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cast a 4th level hold person affecting all 3 of them.
Nice.
Ooh.
God damn.
Once again with that hold person.
So they're going to need to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, I bet they're bad at that.
You go to cast this hold person spell. You feel the wind of Zephyria whoosh up around you before falling still. As you see General Tonbeck turns and snaps a finger, he's going to use a 4th level counter spell.
Can you counterspell his counterspell?
I don't have any sort of counter spell ability.
What is he?
A bear. Wait, let me check something real quick. I feel like
Wait.
the surprise condition comes up so frequently, and
Oh, you can't use reactions when you're surprised.
is that the truth is what I'm looking for.
Would he even know I was there? Would be the other thing.
If you're surprised, you can't move or take an action on your first turn of the combat, and you can't take a reaction until that turn ends. His turn has ended.
Oh.
His turn is ended?
Yes,
When did he take his turn?
when I took the thing off of him.
Oh.
He couldn't do anything because he was surprised.
Oh.
But he can take reactions
Got it.
after his turn.
Well,
Anything else on your turn?
well, what about those other two dudes? Oh, he canceled the whole spell.
Yeah.
Never mind. Son of a bitch! I'm just gonna move up a little bit.
Okay.
Behind Pockle and
There?
yeah,
Nice.
so that I can support them as needed.
Excellent.
Maybe not like knowing that he's a spellcaster. I'm not gonna be like right next to everybody. Maybe in the grass.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
you can do that.
Yeah. That's fine.
All right, ending Elzor's turn brings us to Brass Spandal.
Who could go in a straight line towards this dude?
20, 25, 30.
Damn.
He's gonna rush up, swing his head up. It's gonna be a dexterity saving throw. That is only a 12, which fails.
You don't have no more reactions.
Takes 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And falls prone.
Ooh.
Get in there.
Well done, Brass.
He's gonna go ahead and make his 2 attacks with advantage. Yeah, 28's gonna hit. For 12 points of damage from the first one. Second attack, dirty 20 hits. Another 14. He also needs to make 2 Constitution saving throws. First one is pretty good. Dirty 20 succeeds. Ooh, second one's not as good. 12 failed. 11 points of necrotic damage. That's Brass Bandalar's turn. That's going to bring us to the lieutenants, who are no longer surprised. And then back to the top of the round. With Munin. Fairy Fire's in effect. Munin's going to keep the attack going on this guy.
Lieutenant number 1.
I rolled a 2 and a 3 with advantage. 13 does not hit. Bonus action, offhand attack. 17 does hit, though. 9 points of damage to that guy.
Are they a rogue?
Oh, yeah, she would still get sneak attack on that
Yeah.
because of the advantage.
Basically, like I said, it's like 3 rogues are hitting people. Let's give them all a advantage.
Yeah, for sure.
That was a good idea.
I love this party of rogues in the front.
Pushing an additional 17
There
damage.
we go. Okay, work.
That is Munin's whole turn. That's going to be Liliana.
That guy's down, so I can't really hit him without getting off of the table, which I won't be doing. I'm gonna hit this lieutenant again
Okay.
with advantage.
Yeah.
26,
26 hits.
and that has a little sneak attack. It has a little bit of this, and you know what? Why not? Give him a smite.
It's like cooking. You're just throwing them spices on there.
Just throwing them spices on me. Oh, and can you do me a favor? Will you take 4 points off of his hit points? Because I get a +2 bonus to damage rolls from dueling.
From
Because
before.
I'm only holding 1 weapon.
Oh, from before. Gotcha. Yeah.
Sorry. 23 points of damage.
Okay.
He's still awake.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, Cameron. Cameron, okay.
I hit him again.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Yeah.
Second time.
For sure.
Alrighty. That is 13 points of damage.
All right. He's starting to look pretty rough. Does that end your turn?
Bonus action fart on him.
I fired on him.
Bonus action, drop a deuce on the table.
Um,
Think about your combat plans.
I'm gonna do a
Fox pellets.
bonus action. Oh shoot, I'm out of second level spells, huh?
They go quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna go ahead and throw a Shield of Faith on Hugin.
Okay.
+2 to your armor class.
Is that stacked with?
Yes, it does.
Nice.
And I am concentrating.
Ending Dame Liliana's turn. General Tonbeck is going to stand. And he's going to make his 3 attacks on Hugin.
Bring it on.
He knows who you are. He doesn't have advantage, so I'll just roll these all at once. For the first one, a 22.
It's
Okay, I'm gonna roll these one at a time. I know that you're doing fine, but just so we can say we did. You take 18 points of slashing damage.
Divided by 2.
9 each.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Actually, no.
She's still on her temporary
so
hit points.
It'd be divided for 1, so 17 temporary hit points, so that'd be 1 over that, which divided by 2 is nothing, or what?
It was 18, so that's 9 points away from your temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
8 left.
Plus 8 points of force damage.
Oh.
Okay, so that's the temporary hit points now.
Okay.
Wait,
Force
the-
damage is still half, though.
Yeah,
so
8 divided
you'd be-
to 4.
Okay.
Oh, you still have temporary hit points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All of these other rolls are higher than that, so we know that they're all going to hit. This is the next one.
You have uncanny dodge too if there's a big hit.
Second attack is total 34 points of damage, halved to
17.
17 points of damage from the second attack.
So I should uncanny dodge that one.
Yeah.
Well, there's what that.
There's
that
still
takes,
one more attack.
That takes the last 4 of your temporary
So-
hit points, and that's 13 damage that's incoming. You might want to
Well-
wait till the next attack to have instead, because that's going to be full damage, right? Because you're
It doesn't really matter.
when the temporary hit points are gone, is that spell gone?
No.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah. I should do it now because it'll save you some points, right?
Yeah.
Goes either way for me. I'm good.
I think it'd be smarter to do it this time.
So what were we at? It's 17. Halved again is
Why is it happening?
Or is it halved again?
Oh,
for
uncanny dodge.
Oh, right. So
So 8.
8.
Okay. So then that's -4 to my actual hit points.
Nice.
Which now you're taking that.
Okay. And the third attack was a crit.
Oh, god damn it.
He thinks he's cute, is the thing.
When he says crit.
Yeah. They're one with a crit. You dumb idiots.
I
He
did
says
hear it
this
say
to
that.
me when you're all gone. He goes, "Look at those dumb idiots. They think they can succeed."
We are dumb idiots.
I'll get that in Celia. What a fucking dumb idiot.
Yeah, he said
God.
that to me. He said, "You fucking died, dude.
Yep.
Idiot. Idiot wife."
Named after a flower.
And then he flicked me.
Lived about as long.
That's 75 points of damage, halved to 37 from your resistance.
Oh,
So 37 each.
I need to roll a concentration thing.
You also took half damage, right?
Yeah, I only take what Hugin takes.
So the DC is 18 for this concentration check.
Wisdom?
Constitution saving throw.
Constitution. Fuck me. Right in the butthole. It's 18? That's 17.
Do you get
Shield.
any sort of a bonus for anything that's going on?
No.
Bonus to saving throw?
No, I don't believe she's a warcaster.
Yeah.
Are you high enough paladin level where you get that like
Aura?
saving throw bonus aura?
I don't think so.
Man, who knows? There's a lot of shit written here.
I don't remember what level you have to be to get that. It might be 10.
Shield of Faith drops.
Good for us.
That ends General Tonbeck's turn and brings us to Poggle.
That dude sucks.
Hit him.
Of all 3 of them, who's looking the worst? How did they all look?
I mean, the one who looks the worst is the one that Liliana has been wailing on. It's just been flashes of
How does name
divine light.
Tombeck?
Tonbeck He looks rougher than he did, but it's hard to tell through his glistening armor.
Cool. I'll go after the one she's been wailing on.
Okay. As a free action, go ahead and make a perception check.
21.
21 is enough to notice. You're kind of like looking over these guys to see who is most injured, who would go down first from a hit. Looking at Tonbeck, you actually notice like his armor is like glistening and shining, which seems impossible because he's taken several hits. He's got all of these people that are wailing on him. He's been knocked down. You watch and see that some of the blood is actually drawing back in.
Bitch ass.
On which one is?
Yeah, let's
which
deal
one's
with the
the
other.
other?
I'm gonna deal with the other guys first, and we can focus in after.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. One she's been
Yeah.
hurting.
Go for it.
23.
Absolutely hits.
Going to make him my favorite foe and use my gathered swarm or whatever to.
Okay.
16 damage.
Nice.
Which one are you talking?
This guy. He takes
Lieutenant
a
two.
Two.
He gets pushed 5 feet, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, fucking Kim.
Go for it.
He gets knocked prone, pushed back 5 feet, natural 20. Let's go.
Oh, fuck yeah.
I
Boom.
rolled a natural
Nice.
1 and natural 20.
Dude, your dice are rolling spicy today.
Yeah.
So it's the
Scorpion
max
pepper over
of
here.
all your dice.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. 12 plus 5, 17.
He goes down.
Okay, cool.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah. That's one lieutenant dropped. All right. That's going to bring us to Hugin. Actually, at the end of Pockle's turn, Tonbeck is going to use one of his legendary actions to attack Hugin again.
Son
of only a 16 to hit.
That is my armor class exactly.
Okay.
Is that
Read that spell.
doesn't that other spell? The
She has a +1.
It dropped.
Which is 15
No.
and 16.
No, I'm saying your other spell.
Yes.
oh.
She had a +3. She has a +1 now.
That's 23 halved to 11 points of damage. And that's going to be Hugin's turn.
Alright. I'm gonna stab him one more time.
All right. Once again,
With which
The poison.
yeah. Once again with the Tray of Fate. This is the final attempt with the super murder poison
You have advantage?
from Fairy Fire,
And flank.
and a number of other things.
That's a
That's a
net 20.
natural 20. Oh shit!
This guy's going down.
Okay.
All right, everybody. Well, all right. Hang on. First, I gotta make. Okay, Constitution saving throw. You know what? I may as well leave the Tray of Fate up for this. Con save. He gets +10 to this. However, the DC is 20. So he needs to roll a 10 or higher.
He still takes
Basically.
half damage even if... Or does he just save?
No, on a successful save, he takes no damage. That's kind of the risk of using the super mega death poison. So this is basically a death save. Literally, if he does not save, he dies.
Oh yeah.
10. That's a 6.
Die, bitch!
I'll let you guys know now, like, if you want to, we can go through the rigmarole of rolling all of our dice and counting them. Homie probably isn't gonna make it. He probably wouldn't make it through my dice alone.
I think given the number of dice we have on the table and what their maximum value is, because like it's
Oh,
the
because
max.
That was a crit too.
That was
Yeah.
a crit. Oh,
Yeah.
you're right.
Yeah.
So it's max before we.
He's, yeah,
Which dice was it?
it was the Hugin die.
No. Like, what all do would we technically roll?
Every die.
Every single die?
Every die that's on the
Oh,
table, you
okay.
roll.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That guy's
Cool.
super fucked.
Plus,
He's gonna take, like,
yeah, because we would.
You've ever seen.
He's gonna take like 1,000 damage.
Yeah, Homie had 101 hit points because he was healing. If he had lived longer, he would have healed 20 hit points at the top of each of his turns.
Oh my god.
But that kind of negates that by murdering him instantly. Hugin, what does it look like as you make the final blow against General Tonbeck?
I think that Hugin had thought that she was just going to be able to stab him once. Turned into this drawn out, beat down battle where she is now very, very bloodied, but finally she's able to get up under his armor with the rapier, and there's just a fury in her eyes as she knows that she's sending him to hell.
Yeah, I'd say everybody within that area, Dame Liliana,
Rob,
Munin,
Brass.
Rob, Brass, anyone within that area, you see as Hugin plunges the blade into, like, under the breastplate, there's this gush of blood from the faceplate of his armor. You swear you can all see the sort of fiery glow of Paisha's passion in Hugin's eyes as she delivers the final strike. Kind of just takes the blood onto the front of you from the mouth that kind of like just jettisons out after you've stabbed in. And General Tonbeck goes down. However, there is still an enemy in play, and Hugin, it's still your turn.
Would you like me to put him on his back?
Oh yeah, you can also just remove him if that's easier.
I mean, this is more viscerally satisfying.
I think at this point, Hugin's just gonna withdraw the blade and start to wipe off the blood and put it back, and she's just gonna start walking back to the stairs and sit down.
Okay. 25 feet of movement gets you to the stairs. As Hugin, not even like running with like the adrenaline of battle, just a slow turn around, and you walk and you just kind of sit on the step. That brings us to Sir Rob. Sir Rob kind of like takes notice and nods, and then he's gonna rush over 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He'll climb up. We make a quick athletics check for him to see if he can get up on the table with ease. I don't think it's gonna be a problem. Yeah, 21. He just like leaps up onto the table, turns around, and is going to make his 2 attacks on this remaining bear with advantage. 2 9s. That's going to be an 18 for the first one, hits. 11 points of slashing damage.
Lunch.
Mm-hmm.
Like, otherwise.
Hugin would have been gone down that first round.
Yeah. I thought about not doing it for the risk to myself.
Right. Holy shit.
You did take a lot of damage.
I did take a lot of damage.
That was 50 damage to you.
It's also in the campaign where, like, people have people they want to kill more than other people.
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
Another
Yeah.
10 points of radiant damage as he fails his con save. And second attack.
Yeah.
Once again, he doesn't move the person. Natural 17 is going to hit. 14 points of slashing damage. One more con save. That's only a 13. Fails. He's just barely hanging on by a thread, but is still up. Sees his general and his companion go down. Very much getting that sort of like cornered animal look as he pulls up a shield from the side, gets his spear at the ready, and is just kind of like back and forth between Rob and Munin, and tries to like take a step away, but like slips on a wound in his leg, just like this open gash, and is barely standing up. That
Barely.
barely. That's Elzor.
Me?
Strike him dead.
I don't want to waste a good spell in case we need to do some stuff.
It's gonna be fine,
Fucking
probably.
go.
Nothing bad has ever happened.
Ever.
Not
Make a
once.
state.
There's a crack of
What,
thunder.
like Hugin's family is dead?
There's a crack of thunder. Rain continues to fall in sheets. Worth noting, the guards in the distance who are guarding the space seem none the wiser that anything is going on. Like you get the sense they probably can't hear any of this commotion over just the sound of the rain pelting against their helmets.
Good prayers.
Thanks.
Good awesome prayers.
I guess I'm just going to attack him with a guiding bolt, the first level guiding bolt.
Yes.
Hell yeah, go for it.
Which-
Get his ass.
I should have advantage on that because he's still got
Fairy
fire,
fire.
right?
Mm-hmm.
21.
21 hits.
Fairy fire coming in clutch, too. You had a 1 on that.
Yeah.
All the buffing.
The-
I feel
yeah.
like I never buff.
Yeah, the
I
use.
never buff and it's worth it.
Yeah, this is like, I know this will only resonate with certain viewers and one person at the table, but this is like the difference between when you first start Elden Ring and you just like go in dry to a boss fight versus when you're like level 160 and you're like, all right, take my 2 potions and then buff
Summon
spell.
put
Put the bleed on this katana and this one. It's like you guys really powered yourselves up for this ambush, and it really paid off. This could have been really bad for you guys.
There were a handful of ones that were all did not
Yeah.
count.
12 radiant damage.
What does it look like as you destroy the final rebel general?
Well, I think the guiding bolt, like it's radiant damage, but I think it has kind of a lightning-y motif about it. So it'll shoot out like a little mini lightning bolt and just zap him right in the face and take his head off.
Hell yeah. It does. The 3 bodies fall slump to the ground. Hugin takes a seat on the steps. Rob like finishes a follow through with the slash from the amethyst blade, sees the head removed by lightning, kind of looks up and nods at you, Elzor, before turning his gaze to Hugin, and kind of slowly approaches, slipping the sword back into his sheath. And he doesn't say anything. He just stands nearby for moral support. How long do you guys linger here?
Oh, not long. I'm just gonna chop heads off, throw them over my back.
Should we?
You're a head collector now?
That weird.
We need to bring the
weapon
heads
he
back
has.
to.
That's right. Yeah.
Should we?
Is that a brass thing?
Should we take their bodies into the?
Oh yeah.
Oh, we should search them. This one definitely had some gem soul shit going on. And
Well,
Brass
yes, but
reaches
also
down and
just-
picks up the big dude.
Like, if we do this quickly, we may not even. No one may have even noticed that this happened.
Oh, right.
There's just like blood everywhere. Like,
The
man.
rain's gonna wash it away.
Yeah, that's
We should.
true.
We can talk inside. Yeah,
Okay.
let's go. We could have bodies, and
I'll drag a body in.
yeah, Brass gets one.
Just this little fennec fox dragging a big ass bear behind her.
I have a plus 12 to athletics.
Very strong. Yeah. So you guys are carrying the bodies inside. Hugin, you're, I assume, still seated on the step. Rob waits until like the bodies get past before he kind of like comes over and places a hand on your shoulder. We should get out of this rain.
Hugin nods. Funny, I thought this is what I wanted ever since the wedding. Now that it's happened, I don't feel anything.
Do I hear this?
Make a perception check. I'm gonna say this is gonna be a DC 15. The rain.
33.
You do.
You rolled a nat 20 on that one.
Hell yeah. Yeah, you hear that for sure.
That kind of, my eyes look sad for a moment. Like, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Rob, hearing this, kneels down. I know that my situation is not even comparable to what you've been through. But when I found out that not only were the Black Fang murdering royal guardsmen, and Bristlebeard had basically turned on the country as a whole, it was less like being stabbed in the back and more like the knife that was already there got twisted. And one of the only things that I've thought of since it happened is ending that armadillo. And I think that maybe we won't feel anything afterwards. Maybe it won't change our perceptions of the situation. But it's for the good of the Grove. And that's enough for me. It may not feel like it, but we saved a lot of lives here today. And he holds his arm out.
Hugin takes it, walks inside with him.
He leads you in. We see Parkle kind of like standing by the door, holding it open, just like catching all of this from a distance.
Black Fang is the armadillo's personal gardener.
You all enter the Temple of the Ardors once again, this time with much less rush than the last time a lot of you were here in a similar situation. Brass Bandolier is already prying off bits of armor from General Tonbeck. He's like, here we are. He points like dead center of the chest between the pecs is an emerald gem soul embedded in the flesh of the bear.
How soon is the other bear force gonna arrive?
Yeah, about how long?
probably within the hour.
I can send a message to them and let them know that we've taken out the general and his lieutenants, and they can try to force a surrender to avoid bloodshed.
Ash should still be with them, so.
I'm gonna do exactly that.
Yeah, no need to even run through it. We'll say that you send the message. They request that you bring the heads to meet the army. And basically they can put them on pikes and approach, having already defeated the leaders, with proof, and see if they can just get the bears to surrender.
Yeah, I mean, we should do that.
All right, before we head out, Possum Man, you still interested in this? And he just kind of like rips the emerald from the bear.
Yeah.
You fought
Give
well.
me a minute, but yeah.
I-
Is there a ruby one too? What's the one that heals?
That's the emerald.
The emerald?
Mhm.
Oh shit. But yeah. And healing seems more like it suits you better.
In theory.
I'll be honest. I don't really take hits.
Well, that's, good job. I'll try.
Have I even been hit once this entire campaign?
No,
I don't think so.
nope, not yet.
Way to jinx it, though.
I'll give it a shot.
All right. Do you want to make your own incision and insert it? And if so, where do you place it?
There are probably gaping wounds all over me right now. I have 20 hit points left out of 72.
I give you guidance.
Ah,
Mm.
what do I have to roll?
This is going to be a Constitution saving throw.
Why?
We'll roll it.
Please, just once in your fucking life, give me a natural fucking 20. I don't ask that often. You don't do it that often. Just fucking for once.
Attuning to an emerald grants you access to Vince's abilities of survival, healing, bolstered strength, and plant growth.
Couldn't it be like a charisma saving throw? Something?
So yeah, this is a Constitution saving throw. However, since this is freshly pulled from a body, go ahead and make me, before anything, make me a luck check. Evens or odds?
Evens.
I know it's like kind of nature-y, but like it's also survival, right? Which
Mhm.
is kind of up your alley.
I mean, yeah, in theory.
Like if you had to give faith in one of the arters, which would it be?
That's a complex question for the character that I've been working on in my head.
Mhm.
Even.
Even.
Nice. Go ahead and roll me a d6.
5.
Hot damn. Okay. That first roll was to determine if this particular if this particular emerald had been used by any prior beast weavers before this bear. The answer was yes. So I had you roll to see how many.
Nice.
Oh god.
5 previous users.
This gem gets around.
It does.
Doesn't
unlucky.
work out well.
So, because of that, if this had been a raw emerald, DC would be 20 for this check.
Right.
It has been used 5 previous times. So that would be, this is only a DC 10 to attune.
Nice. We'll stick it probably on my shoulder or something under my pauldrons.
Under a pauldron. I'm just actually going to leave this seated so that we know that it's,
So I can reach.
yeah. What do you add to Constitution? To your saving throw?
8 or
Okay.
better.
Oh, wait, plus guidance, right?
Plus guidance.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Hey! 20.
Nice.
Not natural.
Yeah.
Dame Liliana, you
Right ho.
hold the emerald in hand. You look at the wound, a deep gash in the shoulder from... Who are you taking damage from?
I was taking all
all the
Hugin's
damage that Hugin was taking. That's right. I forgot about that. So yeah, you look down at the scars that you now share with the Queen of Timberhaven, and
Oh, were they like mirrored too?
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking rad.
you place it into your shoulder. There's this blinding white light that takes over your vision. It's almost like getting tunnel vision, but bright instead of dark. And you feel this stretching almost of your consciousness as it seems to like flow through the area. You become innately aware of the trees just outside the door, that their leaves have changed color in the cool weather that is quickly approaching. You can feel the roots of the grass, this like mega organism that crawls along outside. You feel connected to all of this before coming back to yourself. You take a deep breath. Your sinuses feel clearer than they were a moment ago.
Allergies cured.
Allergies cured. Emerald, you gain access to the Cure Wounds and Entangle spells at their lowest levels. In addition, as a reaction, you can spend one of your 3 points to send a surge of energy through your veins, bolstering your strength. You gain advantage on any melee attack roll or athletics check. And as we've all discussed and learned, as you continue to use it to its limit and become more familiar with it, you will unlock other things that it can do.
Like heal me 20 points every round. Interesting.
Eventually.
What's the negative effect?
Each use of a spell or ability past your 3 allotted points causes backlash. You become vulnerable to sickness, taking double damage from poison, with disadvantage on saving throws against the poison condition.
Does it help me at all that I am immune to disease?
As a paladin?
I would say that the backlash from the gem
okay.
soul would basically mean that instead of becoming vulnerable, you would just no longer be immune. So yeah, your max HP goes down by 1d12. Your strength and con scores go down by 2 each time you use it past the 3 uses. And in addition to that, and outside of that, you regain half of your reduced HP and ability scores rounded down after a long rest.
Damn.
So it does slowly come back to you if you stop using it for a second.
Okay.
The only one that doesn't do that is the diamond. It just keeps growing.
Yeah.
And, doesn't retract. With a new beast weaver among your ranks, the heads of 3 general bears to be delivered to the approaching army of House Arctos, you all ready to set out once again through the tunnels to rendezvous with the bears?
And still nobody that's seen us has survived, so it's not known that we're actually here.
Correct.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, so with that knowledge in mind and the 3 heads in tow, you head back into the tunnels, making your way back towards the outer city to rendezvous with the army of House Arctos and the combined forces of House Arctos and House Vulpes. And that's where we're going to end this episode.
Ooh, some wins!
Hell yeah, that was a big win.
Queen Azalea, who was betrothed to Skjold Beetlebane, who would have taken the throne of the High King next, and as the only remaining blood-related family member of House Luperel, that would then fall to Hugin.
Hugin just kind of looks and sees that everybody is staring at her.
You make your way through the woods as the sun rises and eventually approach the Allied war camps. I'll have you know, I was one of the dissenting votes against having the Black Fang and that beast sent to your father's work. I'm glad that one of his bloodline has yet survived.
One needs it.
It would seem that the trek of House Arctos and Vulpes across the Netherwood Grove did not go unnoticed. It would appear that there's a retinue from Oakreach headed towards our position.
How soon will they arrive? So unless there's another one of his network of spiders that was known as the Armored Spider, I think that would indicate Bristlebeard is with the Force.
And you can still see that sort of glossy wetness to the eyes, but behind it there is this spark of deep-seated hatred. And she looks at you and she just says, "Let's kill that bastard tomorrow, shall we?"
He killed my queen. And he killed my sister.